All right, we are back with the Wellness Plug TV, and I have a special guest today, and I'm excited to share what she brings to the community. She's an entrepreneur in the wellness game. Of course, you know that's what we love here. So we're gonna get down to her journey, how she started, and what she's doing out here for us. And the main thing here we want to talk about self-care, self-awareness as far as wise as wellness and anything that comes with it when it comes down to exercising. My favorite thing to do is dance, and of course juicing and eating right and fasting. So we got somebody here today that specializes in some things that I am very interested in her story. So, and I want her to introduce herself, and there you go.
All right. Hi, guys. My name's Tral. I am the owner of 86 Juice Bar. So a little bit about my company is that I specialize in making wellness products, particularly raw cold pressed juices that's made from all organic whole foods and fruits and vegetables, herbs, things of that nature. So since we live busy lifestyles, I know that it can be hard for us to consume a lot of fruits and vegetables on a daily basis. So you can just drink your raw green juices on the go, and that way you can get that nutrition in throughout the week. So that's primarily what I focus on. I also have background in science as well. So I have a bachelor's in biology, and I'm also a cardiac registered nurse. And I like to study holistic nutrition as well.
That is so awesome. I was gonna tell you when we pause in between here, if you need to hit mute, if
Okay.
if if you need to do it, like it's a little
Okay.
mute button over there. So, all right, now we get back to the things. Okay, so I heard that you are a cardiac nurse.
Registered nurse. Yeah.
I didn't know that. So tell us a little bit how you got into that.
So before that, I was a biology educator. So I taught high school biology, and I wanted a little bit more flexibility with my scheduling. And nursing is something that I always wanted to do. So in between transitioning from teaching to nursing school, that's when I found out my mom had breast cancer. So I wanted
Mm.
to also spend a little bit more time with her. Um, and she knew that nursing was one of my dreams. So I was able to kind of
Mhm.
share a little bit of that part of my life with her before she passed away in 2016. And she was going through the chemotherapy, the radiation, and it just drained her. She lost her hair, her skin color changed, and
Mm.
I just felt like holistic nutrition is something that she could have really benefited from.
Mhm.
But it was more towards the end when she was already, very late in the stage with the cancer.
Mhm. Mhm.
So even though she passed away, I still continue to study holistic nutrition and
Mm.
practice a lot of things that, I wish that she could have done earlier before being diagnosed with breast cancer.
Gotcha. So would you say that was something that triggered you into getting to where you are now, or was it something else that started that?
I've already been into like fasting was something that I already did, but just seeing her going through that whole process,
Yeah.
that's made me realize that no matter how much money you have, health is just something that you, at the end of the day, that's what you want. You can have all the
Mm.
money in the world, but if you're laying in a hospital bed
Mhm.
sick, it's nothing you can do. So that's when I realized health truly is wellness. And so that kind of just was more of a motivation for me to keep going, striving, and to continue to teach people about, living a holistic lifestyle.
That reminds me a little bit about like Steve Jobs, like what he went through. They was talking about
Oh,
how
right.
much
Yeah.
money he had and everything, and he wrote about saying basically he wished that it wasn't about money, that he wished that he can by his health versus the things. So, and I think we all look forward to that. And we look forward to even getting more money as entrepreneurs so we can live a more healthier lifestyle.
Absolutely.
And that's because we want to get the fruits and the vegetables that are now more expensive than normal,
Right.
or either start to learn how to grow those things in order to implement those things, into your foundation, not just your journey, into your foundation for you and your family and whatever else you're building, right?
Right.
So speaking of building, when did you start the juice business, and like, is there a story behind it?
Oh
Why
goodness.
juicing? Why juices? Why
Why
not
juice?
smoothies? I like smoothies.
I do smoothies too, but I focus more on juicing. Just because of the science of juicing is
Hmm.
that when you're fasting, you're giving your
Mm.
whole digestive system a break because we're exposed to so much toxins on a daily basis. Through water, through air, through our food. So when you give your body a break and you just allow the raw juicing to do its job, it goes straight to the bloodstream. So it works pretty quickly. It's very
Mm.
effective. So that's why I like juicing. I've been juicing for about maybe over 10 years.
Mhm.
Then I got to a point where I realized that most people don't even know what raw juicing is, like the
Mm.
benefits of it. So I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm really good at it. So, let me just put this out there into a business format. And, it's kind of took off from that point.
Right. So tell me one or two of your favorite juicing and what benefits do it bring to us?
Right. So one of my favorite juices that I make is like a kale super booster detox.
Mhm.
It has a mixture of different greens. So two of my favorite greens is kale and arugula. They're
Mhm.
very high in vitamin A, vitamin
Mhm.
C. So it boosts the immune system. Is great for the skin. And then I also add spirulina in it, which is
Mm.
really great for those things as well. So it kind of like binds to metals and toxins, and it
Mhm.
helps you to detox that out of your system. And on top of that, it tastes great as well. So that's one of my favorite ones as well. They're very great for the kidneys. So as in pulling out those toxins,
Mm.
you're going to excrete a lot of that out through urine. So it boosts your kidneys, boosts
Mhm.
your overall function of all your organs.
That is so awesome. And speaking of which, is that for everybody? Because I like for the experts on here to elaborate. See, I know, but they don't know.
Right, right, right. So I definitely suggest if you have any issues such as diabetes, that I would suggest that you talk to maybe your primary doctor about starting juicing. But if you have overall general health, no major complications, then I definitely suggest you get into fasting. Just try juice fasting, and you don't necessarily have to fast when you're doing the cold pressed juices. It could
Mm-hmm.
just be something you drink in the morning. You can
Add
drink it,
in.
yeah, lunch. Yeah, it's like a supplemental product you can
Gotcha.
add as well. Yeah.
I was just about to say that even like when people take pills or
Right.
supplement, the actual pill versus you taking the liquids, you get it into your bloodstream a lot faster. And of
Right.
course, the best thing to do is to get the food, the nutrients in there faster. And
Exactly.
so when I asked is it for everybody? Can kids do the juicing as
Oh yeah,
well?
yeah. Definitely, kids can do it. Actually, they're benefited. I mean, because obesity in children is on the rise.
Mm-hmm.
They're eating so much processed foods, fast foods. They're
Mm-hmm.
not getting enough nutrients. So
Mm-hmm.
it'll be definitely a great
Oh
supplement
yeah,
for kids to add.
definitely.
Yeah.
So when you were working at the school as a biology instructor teacher,
Right.
uh, did you see a lot of
Oh yeah, yeah.
kids that were?
Well,
Mm,
not necessarily obese, but I would see them eating a lot of like the hot
mm,
Cheetos, the Takis,
mhm,
the GMO candies, and a lot of these contains artificial dyes, especially like the yellow dyes, the red dyes, the
mhm.
green dyes. So you will see them eat this, and then when they come back from lunch,
Oh, it's
it was a
yeah,
completely different vibe in them because they would just be bouncing off the walls, and you knew
right.
that because those
That's what
dyes,
happened.
yeah, it affects the nervous system. So of course
Mm,
you're gonna see a change even with your own children. If you will notice if you give them candy or it's filled with those artificial dyes, you'll see a difference in them before eating that candy.
right. So okay, so that is so true. I was
Mm-hmm.
just reading something about one of my favorite cereals when I was growing up. I think it was the Flintstones. The what is it? The
The fruity pebbles.
for I was in love with those things. And then I actually seen a video of it when I was younger. And I was wondering why they even bring it out. But I think it was on like Sesame Street or something like that. But what they
Mm-hmm.
did was they showed how it sticks to your intestines and in your body and into your stomach. And I think I probably was about 10 or 11, I stopped eating it. So,
Mm-hmm.
kids do need to know about nutritional facts. And that is another reason why I like to talk here and discuss here. And thankful that you were a biology, teacher to even, see that and understand that, yes, kids need that nutritional facts
Right.
too as well.
Absolutely.
So speaking of your mother and what she went through, you know was there things or a time where you was unsure, like, hey, this could be me, and I could go through this similar situation? Because I have a lot of people that I have a lot of friends that parents are I have one friend that her mom passed due to ovarian cancer, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so but she's scared now to go get
Right.
checked up go
Mm-hmm.
to the doctor,
Right.
because of those things. And you would think that because she watched her mom go through that, that she would change her lifestyle or try to be more committed into a healthier lifestyle.
Right. And it's usually when you experience something traumatic like that, it's only you usually respond in two ways. You're either going to change your ways in a healthier way, or you're going to avoid it at all costs and just act like it never happened. So I think that your friend,
Right.
she's kind of like in that denial avoidance period. And
Hmm.
sometimes you do go through that, where you just don't want it to, you know, be a part of your life. So once you face the
Gotcha.
facts, you realize that yes, I do have to make these changes if I don't want to end up in the same
Hmm.
footsteps as my parent.
Right. Right. And so, with that being said, I know that you have some little ones there. Do
Hmm.
they do the juicing? I'm sure they do the
Actually,
juicing.
they
Which
do.
one are their favorite? As a kid, they are so picky about greens. Well, luckily I got lucky with mine, and I'm pretty sure you did too, because you have this as a habit. So
Right.
when it become a habit in the household, when it comes a
Exactly.
habit in the household, that's when these kids even learn more about nutritional facts and what's good for them and how it works. So I know that I don't like spinach no more because I learned some things about it when it
Yeah.
comes down to us in particular and how
Hmm.
it works for us. I mean, works for us and against us. So, they like their green leaves, but not specifically spinach because we don't really buy it much in the
Uh-huh.
house. So, what are like their favorite drinks? My kids like the carrot drink. It's crazy.
Really?
Yes.
I'm actually surprised.
Mhm. That's what I'm saying. Mine's are there. They know nutrition. They know what's needed. It
Yeah.
was strange that they went towards that versus like anything else, like the berry stuff, right?
Yeah,
Like more
yeah,
like
that
yeah.
actually surprised me. Um, their favorite is I have make this watermelon apple ginger drink, so
Mm,
that's one of their favorite
mm,
ones, as well as like a pineapple lemon and ginger
mm.
one. Those two are their favorite, and I actually did an event at their school, and a lot of the children actually like those two as well. And I was actually surprised that they kept coming back for more, and I'm like, okay,
Do
I
y'all
got
not
to
know what this is, right?
yeah, I was like, you have no idea what you drink, but I'm glad that
Right.
you're drinking it. And so I was like, okay, the little kids like it. So if the little kids can drink it, the adults can drink it as
That's
well.
right. So that may need to be something that you implement at the school as a kid package.
Right, right,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, it's something
Hmm.
I've been thinking about. I just got to make the time for it.
I know, right? So speaking of the time, you are a registered nurse.
Right.
How does that type of day look like with being a mother and an entrepreneur?
Yeah, yeah, it can get pretty busy, especially working, 13 hours out of the
Mm-hmm.
day.
Ooh.
Right.
Mm.
I think I'm still trying to find a good balance between
Mm-hmm.
working, being a mom, and entrepreneur. It's like some days are easy, some days are hectic, but they understand the lifestyle. They help
Mm-hmm.
me with my business, so they are very understanding about that. So that's a great thing. And they probably can even teach you about juicing because they are. That's how much they know. They're like, "Mom, you always teaching about this stuff. Like, be quiet. We understand. We know what it's for. We understand all of this." And I'm like, "I can't
That is
help it. I used to
important.
be a teacher." Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
That's important. That's important, like we said, to have the household foundation. But at the
definitely,
same time, that's good to hear the little ones is they in tune with it.
they are. They in tune with it.
But mainly, so when you're at work 13 hours a day,
Right.
goodness, how is the eating there? I've been there to
Right.
where I wear a uniform. That's the only clue I'm giving out. I wear a uniform too, and so to where I was working 16, sometimes 18 hours a
Oh
day. Just different.
wow.
Yeah, I was getting it in, but
Yeah.
and being younger, of course, and it didn't take a toll on me anything. But even I worked like the graveyard shift,
Okay.
but I wouldn't eat the graveyard shift.
Right. 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 And see, I work
So
night shift as well. So I actually like working night shift. So I'm
yeah,
less
me
prone
too.
to eat a lot. Surprisingly, I thought that I would
Me
gain a
too.
lot of weight working
Mm-hmm.
overnight, but I actually
Mm-hmm.
don't. So I didn't eat a lot. So I'm actually surprised with my
Moving
habits.
around,
I
moving
think that's yeah,
around.
yeah.
because we don't have a like a sit down job. I think if you work at night, I see a lot of people in habits to where if
Mm-hmm.
they work at night, they're sitting down and they're
Mm.
eating a lot and they're gaining. A lot of my clients, that's what's going on with them right now. It's
Oh,
like not being able to prioritize like the schedule and
right.
how they, are doing it. A lot of the people that I work with are entrepreneurs too, just as well
Yeah.
as you, and work, full time. And what happens there is that they can't make the sufficient time to
Got you.
get, nutritional facts, or, and they don't know where to start. So, and that's when we do like what we do, and we start with detoxification and
Mm-hmm.
help that process come through
Right.
fasting. So, speaking of, that day and everything like that. So, when you're doing juicing, you getting all these sales and you got the kids assisting and helping and everything. Um, what's like your typical size? Like, cause I know like you have like the 7 day, the 5 day. Do you do that?
1 day, 3 day, and 5 day.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. And then how does that work? So they just order online through you, or they have to. Cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's more convenient to order through the website with most of my clients. And then I have a few friends that have kind of been ordering for me for a while, so they'll just hit me
Mm-hmm.
up, and then I send them what do you call those things?
The invoice. I know,
The
right?
invoice. Yes, yes, yes. Those.
Busy. I'm telling you, the brain is busy. I'm
Right,
telling y'all.
right,
I tell people all the time that being an entrepreneur is so fun because we get to do what we want to do when we want to do it. Because if we
right.
don't want to work, we don't have to work. Because sometimes we overwork in those times. So I tell people, when you get a chance to hard, work
Mm-hmm.
hard for the
Yeah.
days when you can't
Right.
work hard. And that comes with wellness,
Mm-hmm.
lifestyle, anything. So speaking of wellness, I see you dancing on lives, and baby, they love it. I first seen her, y'all. She was on here doing belly dancing. I was like, love it. Look, belly dancing with the hair. So let me know about how did you get into belly dancing, and or what's your favorite form of dancing per se?
I would definitely say I like reggaeton music with
Okay.
belly music as well. I actually started back in college. My friend and I, we used to dance like as go-go dancers.
Really?
Yeah. So that's how I got into that. And ever since then, I found like I enjoy doing that for my exercise
Mm-hmm.
versus like being forced to be in
Mm-hmm.
the gym 24/7. And it's just as effective. Most people think that you have to be in the gym lifting weights,
Mm.
doing all this hardcore cardio. That consists of cardio as well.
That
So
is. That
I,
is one of especially like when I teach my dance classes. It's so funny that I used to have ladies that put on the watch, the Fitbits,
oh,
and
okay.
when they come out the class, 800 calories. What's going on? I thought I was in the gym today. But the thing is what I believe is that, like you said, dancing is the greatest cardio because you're doing it and you're having fun with it, right?
Right.
You're not just,
Right.
doing it to be just doing something, jump roping and everything like that. Because a lot of people tend to go a little bit far with that too,
Right.
versus if you're gonna have fun, you're gonna have fun with it, and like you're gonna pick a music style, that you're
Mm-hmm.
comfortable with, and you're gonna keep going. I tell all the clients, if you can't do nothing, dance.
That's it. I'm telling you. Twerk, whatever you want to do, just do it. Move
I'm
that
telling
body.
you,
Move your body.
working and look, let me stop. Turkey for 100. Working for 100, please. So I tell people all the time the reason why I started teaching twerking
Yeah.
is because of course it was popular at that time. Then
Mm-hmm.
they've been saying twerking in music since 1995, but
Right.
before then this is like stuff that's been done elsewhere in the world that we
Right.
just now looking at and making it feel and think that it's disgusting, but in actuality the way that I teach it, it's a pelvic thrust.
Right.
So you're getting your pelvic moving. And now you thinking that, oh, wait a minute, I'm losing some belly fat around here. I'm
Right.
really. So they don't look at that. They don't look at that though. Look, Latrell, they need to look into
They
it.
do,
They
and
really need to look
it's
into
an
it.
art form. And then
It is.
on top of that, you take that to the bedroom as well. Spice up your sex life.
Boom.
So
Okay. Wellness in a whole. I'm loving
it's
it.
it's all in unison. It's all in unity. So I'm
Yes, it
telling
all
you,
goes together.
yeah, it
It
all goes
all goes
together.
together. So tell me a little bit more about this belly dancing though. Like so you said that doing the go-go dancing it didn't lead you into belly dance because you do it well. That's like a different form of exercise for the core, y'all. If y'all don't know what belly dancing is, that's a real core
Oh my
exercise.
gosh.
You have to be able to hold it a certain way and everything. So
I'm
this is
telling you.
somebody you need to go and definitely watch. She don't really put on too much of a show no more, but I'm sure she would, because she like to show her abs off. She got abs, y'all. And we did mention she had kids. Look, so stop playing on this juice cleansing. Stop playing. And she look
Oh my
young and she's
gosh.
beautiful. So y'all better get y'all life
You are
together
a
all the way.
mess. You are a mess.
You better get it together. So tell us about this belly dancing. Are you gonna start instructing other people? Because other people need to know. We need to
You
know
know
what's
what?
good.
I don't know. We might have to link up together and
Yeah,
get
we
in one of
do.
your classes and, do
Yes.
some twerking and belly
Yeah.
dancing.
Yes. Yes.
I'm down
Yes.
for it. I'm down for it.
And what's crazy is that I used to do introductory belly dancing. That was a part of like my packaging where I would do for the ladies' parties just to get them
Mm-hmm.
engaged in different things. Because I do, Afrozotic. That's what I call it. It's like African dancing,
Ah,
Caribbean. I call it Afrozotic.
okay.
So yeah, and then of course the sensual class and then the heels classes. But it's so fun when you get them out of their comfort zone to
Right.
try something like belly dancing, or if you try something, totally different like Afrozotic, the body have to move a certain way and groove a
Right.
certain way. So
Exactly.
of course, it's just amazing seeing you as a nurse, as a mom, as an entrepreneur, still be able to take the time out and use that as self-care.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
You
I mean,
you
we have
feel
to.
me?
Like you
And
I saw that you
embraces it.
yeah, you have to. And I know that you've been going hard on that lately. Like you have to take time out for yourself because you have to replenish
Yes.
yourself.
Yes.
Being a mom, being an entrepreneur, whatever you do, working, you got to take that time out for yourself.
You definitely got to take the time out. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get her on, you guys, so you can see for yourself, like, you can be a mom and you
Right.
can work a 9 to 5 and you can still share what you got, your gifts, your skills, your talents, the things that we know that are in depth to us. Like literally, we can, bring it out and help somebody else. So I'm thankful to know that, you went through the whole process of being in science, you know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean? To learn the factual things behind it, because we got a lot of people that are selling juices and
Hmm.
they may, not saying that Google University not good, but YouTube University,
Right.
but we would like more people that are on the platform that really enjoy what they're doing and how they're
Right.
doing it to share with other people. So I can see you going back into the schools and providing it a different way to
Absolutely.
them. I love it. I'm excited to even hear about it later on. So with Day Day, because I heard you say that you don't really care for going in the gym. Do you work out every day?
No, I don't work out every day. Like I do about maybe 2 to 3 times a week.
Gotcha.
But when I'm working, I like to take the stairs.
That's right. That's
I
right.
park far from
That's
the
working out.
hospital. Yeah, it's a big parking lot. So it's like even just doing little things like that, it adds up throughout the day.
That's right. No, that's
Yeah.
real. As long as you're moving
Yeah.
and keeping the blood circulating,
Right.
and of course, keeping those joints warmed up, for the most part. And then
Yeah.
with with the belly dancing, that's stretching,
It
yeah,
is.
and it's helping your organs behind the core. I try to tell people all the time, the core is the core of
Yeah.
everything
Right.
in your life. So if you take care of that belly, then
Mm-hmm.
everything has to fall into perspective. And I
Absolutely
love that.
correct.
And I am thankful again, like I said, to have you on just to share your story
Thank you
and
for
how you
having
shared
me.
it. Yes, 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 of course. And I'm gonna stop right here. Do you want to share anything else?
No, no, no. I think you covered everything with your questions.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. And I want you to be able to tell him again how to reach you and stuff like that. So
Okay.
here
Okay.
we go. So again, where we're gonna fall into now is you telling them how to reach you on all different platforms, as well as a word of advice.
Okay.
Whether you want to
Definitely.
tell them entrepreneurship, motherhood, anything, coming from a perspective of you, working full time and being an entrepreneur, anything you like to share.
Okay. First out, you can follow me on Instagram at Fit Nurse Trail. I'm also on there as 86 Juice Bar, which is the name of my company. And I'm also on Facebook as well under 86 Juice Bar. So my word of advice is be patient with yourself, because
Mm.
losing weight, trying to reach your goals, is not going to happen overnight.
Mm.
You may get frustrated because you're not seeing the progress that you want. You're not losing the weight as fast as you would like. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I've been there. I've have two daughters, so I know what it's like to lose
Mm.
the baby weight. I know what
Mm-hmm.
it's like to be frustrated to not have your baby body size.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I suggest that, start with making small little changes, particularly with your diet. Most people think that you have to be in the gym 24/7.
Mm.
Just start decreasing your portion size. Eat more plant-based foods. Drinking your raw juices, your herbal teas. Follow
Mm-hmm.
more health pages that it can be more encouraging for you,
Mm-hmm.
as well as weight loss pages, and just take it baby steps at a time. Don't compare yourself to everybody else. People photoshopping their pictures, doing all these extra things to their
Mm.
pictures. Don't compare yourself to that. Compare yourself to the day you compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Did you make any progress from
Mm.
yesterday and today? That's what you need to focus on. Kind of just block out everything else what's going on and have ton of vision and focus on yourself.
I like that. We don't really think that we look at other people and we get that energy from what we
Right.
see.
Right.
We always look at people and try to grade ourselves close as we can to them. And
Absolutely.
what happens is you get mentally disrupted by um you don't know their journey. You
You
don't know
don't.
what they went
You
through to
don't.
get to where they are or how they got there. Like you just said, um, you know what it feel like to carry weight after having a child after a
Right.
certain, you know. Um, but we're not carrying baby fat for 20 years. And those are facts. So, because if you do, you need to get with Latrell so you can get on the juice fast. So then you can get with somebody else to get everything else back up and going. But I like what you mentioned in there because a lot of people don't take that into facts. And I need y'all to look into that, like what she just said. Come back to yourself and don't compete against the other people or look
Right.
at them. You
Mm-hmm.
compare yourself to yourself.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And that's pretty much it. And
That's
so
it.
she just told you guys how to reach her. So I'm gonna need you to go and follow her. And maybe you catch her doing some belly dancing. Maybe you catch us together doing some twerking and some belly dancing.
Right.
You never know what it is because it's all essential to our full wellness and how we're going to be productive in our lifestyle. So with that being said, I want to say again, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you,
Thank
thank you for
you.
having you on today. And we'll be touching base with you soon about the different programs that you're going to be providing soon. I can tell.
Absolutely. I'm so excited that you had me on your show. Thank you so much. I wish everybody the best luck on their wellness journey.
That's right. Thank you so much.